And let's find mountain pose. So we've got the feet hip width distance apart, and we're going to think about grounding, getting connected to the earth, right? You even feel roots coming out the soles of your feet, attaching you to the earth. Lift your toes, spread them out. Your feet are nice and big. Now start to draw energy up through the legs, getting everything starting to straighten out, hips over ankles, shoulders over hips, ears over shoulders, and palms face forward. And from here, just let your breath smooth out. Breathe and breathe. All right, now we're going to gradually increase the breath, starting with 4-4 and going up toward 8-8. So if you find a stopping point before then, like you want to stop at 6-6, you can continue with that. But we're going to keep the breath nice and smooth. So everybody exhale, belly button to spine. And inhale for 4. Remember, the breath is going into the diaphragm, opening up. 2, 1. Just pause. And then exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Belly button to spine. We're going 5 now. Inhale. 5, 3, 2, 1. And hold. And exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And hold. 6. Inhale. 1, 2, 3. Feel the breath going deeper. 5, 6. And pause and exhale. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going for 7 now. If you feel like you need to stay at 6 or 5, that's fine too. Inhale. 5, 6. Where's your breath? 7. Hold. And exhale. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, hold, and nice and slow for 8. Inhale. 4, 3, 2. Fill up. 1. Pause. And exhale. 8, 7, 6. Keep going. And when you get to the bottom, slowly inhale. Don't gulp air in, just slowly inhale. Slowly exhale. Bring your hands to your heart. If you like, you can turn your gaze toward your fingertips and just observe how your energy is flowing now. If you'd rather just defocus your eyes, just do that. Just breathe into that sensation. Inhale and exhale. And let's let go of anything that will not serve our practice tonight. So we're going to inhale, bring the fingertips up, turn the palms out, and exhale. Press anything that is not serving you right now. Press it down into the earth. Exhale. Bring your hands to your heart. Inhale, fingertips up. Exhale, press away. And one more time. Inhale, fingertips up. Now, think about moving the ribs away from the hips as your arms come up, not the shoulders, closer to the ears. Reach, reach, reach. And exhale, release. Hands back to the heart. Okay, so we'll start our, let's move around a little bit. The legs have been kind of stationary for a while, right? So just shake everything out. Take your feet wider, slightly wider than hip width distance apart, and we'll begin cats and cows. So hands just above the knees. Knees bend, hips back, arch, shine forward, round, gaze towards your lap. And just find your way through these cats and cows here. Remember, the head is always following the spine. It's not like this, right? The head follows the spine. And the next time you're rounded forward, stay here. Start to straighten your legs as you let your hands float up your legs. Come up to standing, arms out, palms up. Inhale, exhale, hands to heart. And shake things out. So you can keep your feet pretty much the distance that they are now as we start to move the spine side to side. Take your arms up and just touch your palms together. If this starts to bother your shoulders, or if you feel your shoulders hunching towards your ears, you can bend your elbows. You can even have your hands lower, right? Okay, so you do you. Let's go. We're tilting right and left and right and left. And just keep tilting side to side. You can slow this down. Maybe you're starting to feel a little more open and you want to explore that. You can keep moving one breath per movement until you feel warmer, right? This is all depending on where your body is right now, which depends on how your day is going, how your body is, right? All right, the next time you find yourself tilted to the right, stay here and then extend your arms open and bring your palms back to touch. Keep your left foot grounded. Extend your arms open. Bring your palms to touch. Extend open. Palms touch. Are your shoulders stacked or do you find yourself leaning forward? Let's keep those shoulders stacked. One more. Open. Palms touch. Come up. Tilt left. So now we've got the shoulders stacked. Right foot stays connected to the earth. Open. And touch. Remember, you might be down here, right? It might be that for you today. Open and touch. Here comes our final time. Open, touch, bring it up, and just let yourself just move around. Release and shake things out. All right, so that was 4 movements of the spine, right? Forward, back, side to side. Now we're going to do the twisting. So take your feet mat width distance apart with the toes turned out. Bring your hands to heart center here with the palms facing down. Square your feet. Bend your knees, okay? Notice that your knees are going straight over your toes here. And you're plieing down. We're not pushing back, we're plieing down. Hands are here, and we go gently right, center, left, center, right, center, left, center, and straighten the legs, come center. Take it to the left, center, right, center, knees are bent, left, center, right, center, take it up. All right, now we're going to the right as we bend the knees. So to the right, bend, straighten, center. To the right again, bend, straighten, center. To the left, bend, center, bend, center. To the right, bend, center. Now we lengthen the arms right. So your left arm is pointing straight toward forward here. Your right arm is behind you. Come center, knees are bent. Here we go. Left, bent elbows, center, and extend. Right arm goes straight ahead. Left arm is back. And center. We're going to do that one more time to each side. Right, bent, elbows, center. Right, long arms. Let's hold it here. Take your gaze toward your right fingertips. Turn your gaze to the left. Turn your gaze back right and come center. Straighten the legs. Take it left. Bent elbows. Center. Left. Open. Gaze left. Gaze right. Gaze left. Center. Bring it up and step together. Mountain pose. Shake it out. Inhale and exhale. All right, so take a moment here in mountain pose and just feel your feet once again. Notice how they're grounded, connected to the earth. Feel how your energy is moving right now. And as I mentioned earlier, we'll be doing planks for most of our core stuff tonight. So in the plank, we always want a long spine, all right? There's no waviness to the spine in plank. It does not matter if your knees are up or down, wherever you're strongest. So come to the back of your mat. Find mountain pose. Inhale and exhale. All right. Has anybody ever tried to hold their plank for a minute or longer? Yeah, it's a fun exercise. And so, yes, Shirley, I know, I see you. It's a fun exercise, and we won't be doing that tonight, but, try it sometime. I find that the mental fatigue tends to set in before the physical fatigue does. So when you try it, you let me know. How long did you go? And how did you feel about it? All right, so we're at the back of the mat. The feet are grounded. Inhale, float your arms up. Now we exhale, swan dive. We talked about keeping the spine long, folding from those hip creases. It doesn't matter if your head is above your heart, you're halfway, or your hands are lower. We want all of that straightness and engagement. Now bend your knees and hips, bring your hands to your thighs, shine your heart forward, bring your fingertips down. We're walking forward to a plank. Okay, so you might have your knees up here. You might have your knees down. Either way, we're in a plank. We feel the core, right? Everything's in a straight line. The head's not drooping. We're not looking forward. Everything's in one straight line. Down dog. This is pretty advanced, and so are you. So that's why we're doing it this way. Down dog here. All right, we're coming back to plank here. Option, lift your right leg. Okay, lift your right toes. Now, if you're in a knee down plank, lift your right knee. As long as you're keeping everything straight and engaged, you're good. Bring your foot down, down dog. Take it back to plank. Lift the left foot. Okay, it might be hovering a half inch, might be a little higher. Your right knee might be down. Remember, there's all your versions, right? Left foot down, down dog. Walk your hands back towards your feet. Take a half lift, forward fold, and float the arms out and up, palms touch. And hands come heart center. And release. All right, so now we're going to do that again and have an option to keep, we'll do it once on the right, walking the hands back to the feet, and then on the left with an option to keep the leg up. Float the arms up, inhale, exhale, swan dive. Take a half lift, fingertips down, walk forward plank. And just because you have your knees up one time doesn't mean they have to be up all the time, or vice versa, right? Mix it up if you want. Take your right toes up, and if it works for you, come into down dog with your right leg up and start walking your hands back toward your left foot. Bring your right foot down and float up. Palms touch. Hands come heart center. Is everybody okay with what we just did? You don't have to keep your leg up, right? This is your practice. So you do you. If you like that version, we're going to do it with the left leg up this time. Okay. Inhale, float the arms up. Exhale, swan dive. Let's take a half lift. Bring your fingertips down. Find plank. Take the left leg up. And if it's you tonight, walk your hands back towards your right foot with the left leg still up. Release the left leg down. Float the arms out and up. Palms touch. And hands come heart center. And release. Okay, so the only thing that's left now is the double leg up version. Yes? Okay. No, not sure that we'll do that. We might try knee down plank and lift both feet. Let's all try that. Okay, inhale, float the arms up. This is our last one anyways. Swan dive down, take a half lift, fingertips down. Let's all walk forward to plank and bring the knees down. Now from here, the spine is nice and long. Raise your right toes, bring them down. Raise your left toes, bring them down. Raise all the toes, bring them down, down dog. I think I promised you this would be the last one, so it is. Bring the knees down, sit off to the side, find seated mountain pose, and inform your core that it just worked a lot. See if you can feel that nice warmth. Planks are also very strengthening for the back as well. Let's find our seated mountain pose. The sit bones are nice and comfortable, even on the mat. The heels are even on the mat. The breath is moving. Inhale and exhale. Good. Let's shake everything out. Okay, so since we're sitting now, we're going to open the hips with a rock the baby. Okay, so go ahead and with both legs straight, just we'll start with the right leg, bend the right knee, take your right foot in your left hand, hold on to your right leg with your right hand, torso is forward and the leg comes side to side. All right, just pay attention because I'm adding on a couple of things here. Sit up nice and tall. The left foot is flexed, all right? And we're going to bring the right foot toward the heart and release it forward. Extend the left arm. Bend the left elbow, bring the right foot toward the heart and extend. Now bring it in and extend. All right, now here's the fun part. Take your right hand around your left foot. If this is not working for you, you might just be holding on to your thigh. That's okay too. Take your hands around your foot and bring your foot toward your ear, right foot toward the right ear, and release. Right foot toward right ear, and release. Right foot toward right ear, and release. All right, now take your right ankle across your left thigh. You're going to bend your left knee, right? This is our open seated pigeon position. Support yourself on your hands. The left foot is flexed. This is your right foot, actually. Your right foot is flexed. And we take the right foot to the left, to the right, left, and right. Now, the next time the right foot is Coming down, let it come all the way to the left. Sit up nice and tall. So check to see if your right hip is in contact with the earth while your right foot is outside of the left thigh. Maybe it's lifted, in which case, just go ahead and take your right foot in front of your left shin and sit more evenly. Left hand outside of the right shin, right calf, right arm up and back with a very long spine. Inhale and twist to the right. Take your gaze toward your right shoulder. And now keep this position, just release to center here. Okay? Inhale with a very long spine. We're twisting back over to the right, and this time some people may want to take the left arm up and bring the left elbow outside of the right leg. It's perfectly fine to just continue holding on to the leg with the hand instead. Remember, in twisting, the spine is still long. We don't lean back to get a deeper twist. That is not our goal. Okay? And release, legs forward, shake it out. That makes sense with the twisting, right? The spine stays long. We don't lean back into a twist and call ourselves twisting more deeply. That is just not how we do it. All right, so we just did the right leg, if I'm not mistaken. Right leg is now long, foot is flexed, left foot in the right hand, holding on to the left leg with the left hand. Torso stays forward as we rock the baby. You know, another thing I would try with the hip issue would be the water wheel. Do some water wheels. Okay, so let's sit up nice and tall here, and we're going to bring the leg closer to the chest and release. Bring the leg closer to the chest and release. Leg closer to chest and release. Now, if you can wrap both hands around your left foot, great. If not, wrap both hands around your left leg, and we're bringing the foot toward the ear. Left foot toward the left ear, release. Left foot toward the left ear, release. Left foot, left ear, release. And bring your left ankle across your right thigh. Draw your right foot in until you're in open pigeon position. Left foot is flexed. Right foot's in contact with the earth. Side to side. Now let the left foot come all the way over. Do that little check. Where is your left cheek, right? Move your foot if your left cheek is lifted. Let's just try and be grounded through the hips for a moment here. Take your right hand outside of your left calf, left arm up and back, long spine, and we twist. Take your gaze towards your left shoulder. Now release. We're going to do the same thing. Long spine, twist, option. Take your right arm up if it's you, and you can do this without leaning. Right elbow outside of the left leg. Gazing toward the left shoulder. And then release, unwind, take your legs forward, give them a crazy shake. Inhale and exhale. All right, so we did planks for our core, but we didn't do anything for the obliques yet. So let's do a little bit of oblique stuff, okay, while we're down here. So go ahead and come onto your back. Extend your arms and legs. Inhale, exhale, draw your knees in. Extend your arms out from your shoulders here. And with your legs together, sway them to the right and to the left. Now, this may be better for you tonight to have your feet down, and feel free to do it that way. So you could do it with your feet down. You're still going to get action in your obliques. And if you're in a chair, you'll have your feet down on the earth and sway your knees side to side. So we're just swaying here, swaying. Okay, and now the next time you sway over to the right, make sure your left shoulder is still grounded on the mat. Stay here or extend your legs, bend the knees, come back through center. Both legs over to the left, make sure your right shoulder is still grounded. Option, extend the legs, bend the knees, and come center. All right, back over to the right. Option, extend and in. To the left, extend and in. Are your feet on the mat? That's fine. And center and left and center. One more right and center. One more left and center. And hug it in. Bring your feet down and come to hands and knees. All right. Did anybody get some good arm exercise shoveling snow? Okay. We're going to make sure our arms are strong for any of the next events. So let's go ahead and come into knee down plank. Push up, hips toward heels. And continue taking it to knee up plank if that's you. You can do this with your hands on the wall or on a chair as well, right? You can do this air push-up and hips toward heels. Air push-up and hips toward heels. And find your way into child's pose. Okay? Take a moment in child's pose to make sure that you're protecting your body. You're not over efforting anything that's been bothering you lately. Okay? And come into child's pose. Find your way to downward facing dog. Think about long spine. Extend through the spine. All right. I don't think we've had a chance to walk our dogs yet. So go ahead and, even if we have, bend one knee and then the other. Press one heel down and hold. Press the other heel down and hold. Press both heels down and hold. And then journey your feet to your hands. However you feel like getting there. Bunch of steps, a couple of big steps, a little hop. All right, when you get there, bend the knees and hips, put your hands on your thighs, shine your heart forward, half lift. Float your hands down your legs. Press through the feet, exhale, and float the arms out and up as you inhale, palms touch, and hands come heart center. And shake things out. All right, we're going to move into sun salutations now with a low crescent lunge. Okay, so make sure you have enough padding for your knees for your low crescent lunge. Okay, and something that I always like to remind you of is if you ever get down there and you say, geez, I wish I had more padding for my knee, you can always just flip up the edge of your mat, right? And that makes extra padding for your knee as well. Okay, so come to the top of your mat. Inhale and exhale here. Inhale, float the arms up. Exhale, swan dive. Take a half lift. Fingertips down, step back right. Big lunge here. Right knee down, left knee over left ankle, low crescent lunge. Okay, if your lower back is bothering you, stop your crescent lunge here. Don't do so much back bending tonight. Okay, stop here. You're going all the way, you go all the way. Bring your hands down and find your way to plank. As discussed earlier, the point of plank is to have a nice, long, straight spine. So knees down if that is more effective for you, knees up if that works for you. And if your knees are up, roll to the tips of your toes, slowly chaturanga. What's your spine doing? Chaturanga down. Woo! Okay. All right, so we're just going to lift the hands and do a hands-free gentle cobra. Shoulders toward the ears, down the spine, elbows toward the waist. Just shine your heart forward and release. Find your way to down dog. Okay. Think about lengthening through the spine as you're in your down dog. Okay, we take the right leg up, step forward with the right foot, left knee down. Start getting ready for low crescent lunge. The left knee is behind the left hip, right knee over the right ankle. Remember, you can stop right here. You can go up. What's the right thing for you tonight? Bring your hands down, tuck your back toes, lift your back knee, and take a giant step forward. Half lift, forward fold, press through the feet, float the arms out and up, palms touch. Yes, and hands come heart center. And take a breath here. Okay, so in our next knee down crescent lunge, I'll show it on this side. When we come back down from here, we'll be lifting like this, right? So we'll have an option to lift the front hand and the back knee. Come to the top of the mat. Mountain pose. Inhale, float up. Exhale, swan dive. Half lift. Fingertips down, lunge back left. Low crescent lunge on the left. Remember, stop at the shoulders if you're avoiding some back bending. Bring your hands down. Here we go. Tuck your back toes, left palm down. Exhale, and as you inhale, lift your right arm, left knee, twist open to the right. Bring your hand down. Plank. Chaturanga. Hands-free cobra. Down dog. Left leg up. Left foot forward. Prepare for low crescent lunge. The right knee is behind the right hip. Left knee is over the left ankle. Low crescent lunge. Hands down, back toes tuck. Right hand is down, open left. Back knee lifts. Hands down, big step forward. Half lift. Forward fold. And float the arms out and up, palms touch. And hands come heart center. And just find mountain pose and breathe into it. You might choose to have your hands at your heart. Your hands might be at your side, whatever is most comfortable for you right now. Just think about having your feet in good contact with the earth, feeling rooted, grounded. All right, shake it out. And speaking of roots, we're going to work on our tree. Okay, so let's find our feet grounded. Lift the toes, spread them out, bring them back down. Nice big feet for balancing, right? Nice steady gaze, our drishti, right? We're finding a spot that isn't moving, hands to the hips. Our mind is calm. This is your right heel up, knee out, kickstand, or if you feel like it's time for you to bring your foot up to your leg, you know tree, and start to come into tree. So you take it in whatever stages work for you. And release. All right. So sometimes most of the time we give the body a little more warning than that, but tonight we were just like, okay, guess what? We're doing tree. All right, here we go. Hands to hips, drishti, left heel up, left knee out. The hips are still facing forward. Find a spot for your left foot. It might be toes on the mat. It might be foot on your calf. It might be foot on your thigh. It might be different on each side. Hands to your heart. And release. All right, so everybody loves tree. You know tree. You've done a million trees. So why don't I just give you a minute or even 90 seconds. I'll be generous. Here's 90 seconds. Play with your tree. Maybe you stay on the right side a little longer, left side a little longer. Maybe you're even on both sides. I'll tell you when 45 seconds is up, and you can decide what you want to do. That doesn't mean staying in one place for 45 seconds, right? It means just go with it. All right, that was halfway, so another 45 seconds. Just play around. And 10 more seconds. Start to wind things up. And when you're ready, 2 feet to the mat. So tree pose is now the cat's favorite pose. That was the pet the cat tree pose. All right, let's breathe. Feel grounded, 2 feet on the mat. All right, just loosen things up. We're going to do a nice little soft warrior two flow, and that'll be our last standing pose. So we need wide for the legs, right? Maybe you want to turn sideways. Maybe you're good how you are. Right toes to the right, left toes in at an angle. Hips are level, right knee over right ankle, yes. Shoulders over hips, arms out from the shoulders, warrior two. Okay, so our energy is balanced, grounded from the waist down, light and spacious from the waist up. We're just going to straighten the right knee, bring the hands and gaze to center, and float back open to warrior two. Come center and open. Come center and open and hold. All right, all 10 toes forward, hands to the heart, folding over the hip creases, long spine, forward fold. Remember, you could stay high, you could be going lower. Keep your spine long, release, release. When you get to where your end point is, just release your hands to your legs. If you're way forward, you will have your hands on your feet probably. Maybe you want to hold behind your legs, and that's fine too. Just breathe. Bring your hands to your hips. Come halfway up. Press through the feet. Come the rest of the way up. We're going straight for warrior two on the left, unless you feel like your legs need a break. Give them one. Take your left foot to the left, right foot in at an angle, left knee over left ankle, shoulders over hips, arms are out. Gazing to the left. Now we straighten and bring the hands and gaze center. Open back up. Straighten, center, open up. Straighten, come center. Open and hold. Warrior two. Toes forward, hands to heart. Knees and hips bend. Just let yourself go. You can fold, you can stay high, move around. Just start to feel into anything that wants to move. Slowly working your way back to mountain pose. Once you get to mountain pose, just scan your body from head to toe. Feel how the energy is moving. All right, and then go ahead and look around your space, see if there's anything you want to take with you as we come back down. We'll meet at the top of the mat in mountain pose. Inhale, float the arms up. Exhale, swan dive. Take your final half lift of this class. Bring your fingertips down. Vinyasa if you want, or step back to down dog. And if you're in down dog, touch your big toes together, knees to one side, hips to the other, side to side. Come back to center, knees down. If you're doing a vinyasa, just go ahead and finish and meet us in seated mountain pose when you're done. So let's find seated mountain pose, thinking about the sit bones being even, the heels being in even contact with the mat. The spine is long. The breath is flowing. Palms are up. Inhale, float the arms out and up. Gather energy. Palms touch and hands come heart center. And release. Okay, so I mentioned Supta Baddha Konasana in my email. We're going to do seated cobbler's pose first, and then if you want Supta Baddha Konasana when we recline. So let's start out with a long position. Bring your soles of your feet to touch, but keep your heels far away from your pelvis. Okay, sit up nice and tall. Put your hands on your shins, and with a long spine, once again folding from the hip creases, just lean forward into this and see where you are meant to go right now. It could be down lower, it could be quite high. Just keep your spine long, keep your gaze looking past the toes. Not up. The neck isn't cranked up, not down. One long line. All right, bring it in. Now, that may be the perfect positioning for your feet tonight. Maybe you can bring your heels a little closer and still have your knees within a reasonable distance from the floor. So what I mean is, don't bring the feet in close and have your knees up by your shoulders. Okay, that's not Baddha Konasana. So let's have the heels either where they were or somewhat closer. Inhale, hold on to your shins and long spine. Now bring your hands down to the mat and gaze past your toes, past your fingertips. And come on up. We'll do that one more time. Maybe you're bringing your heels even closer. Maybe you're bringing them back farther away. Maybe you're leaving them right where they were. Okay. And if this is starting to bother you, then just take your legs long and, do just kind of a little really extended diamond shape. Here we go. Inhale, long spine, fold forward. Remember, the spine is one long line. We're not looking down. We're not looking up. There are versions of this where you round forward, but we're keeping the spine long right now. All right, let's sit up, extend the legs, give them a nice little crazy shake here. Bend the knees and roll down to the mat. Butterfly your knees here. Let's do this. Bring your hands down and cross your right thigh over your left. Okay, so we're approximating cow's face pose here. And then take your arms long out from your shoulders and let your legs rock side to side. So keep this gentle. We don't want to tax the spine, but what we're looking for is what's happening in the hips right now. And so your right leg is crossed over your left, correct? So bring your right leg all the way over to the left as far as it goes for you tonight. And put your left hand outside your right leg and take your gaze towards your right fingertips. If that's not working for you, then just go ahead and do something else. Maybe uncross your legs and bring your right foot down, right knee facing straight up. There's always a way. Bring it up. Uncross, cross your left thigh over your right here. Arms are long and we're taking the legs side to side. And then let your legs come farther over to the right. Remember, if this is bothering your back, just uncross, do something that's more comfortable. You can take your right hand outside your left thigh. Left arm is extended. You can look at your left fingertips. Release and come back to center. All right, so now we're coming into Supta Baddha Konasana. So bring your soles of your feet together. Let your knees start to open up. You can extend your heels farther away. Keep them closer. If none of this feels comfortable to you, bring your feet to the mat and just be in bent knees. Put one hand on your belly, one hand on your heart. Exhale. Inhale through the nose, observing the breath as it goes past the top hand, deep into the belly. And then as you exhale, observe the breath as the bottom hand starts to move closer to the spine. The breath moves up past the heart, past the top hand, and out through the nose. And just do a few breaths like that. All right, now go ahead and release your hands. Bring your knees up, everybody, feet to the mat, and just let your spine be in neutral here with the knees bent. Take your hands by your side and extend through the fingers and wiggle. Extend and wiggle. Rotate your wrists one direction and the other. Let your head drop side to side. Come back to center. Draw your knees in, not too tight. Just put your hands under your knees. Put space in between your feet. Let your knees go as far away from you as they can with your hands under your knees, and point and flex your feet. We're just going to release the ankles here. Circle the ankles one direction and the other. And release your feet to the mat. Now go ahead and scan your body from head to toe. See any final moves that your body is requesting, anything it needs to do to be comfortable as you start to find your way to your final relaxation position for tonight's practice. So just take any final moves, scan your body head to toe. Yep, cover up if you're getting chilly. And now take a nice deep inhale through the nose and exhale. Release your body onto the earth in final relaxation. Slowly begin to bring your awareness back to your space. Invite a deeper breath. Gently bring movement back to your body. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. And on your next inhale, stretch long, deeply inhale. Exhale, give yourself a hug. And find your way back up to a nice, easy seat. As you turn your gaze to your own good heart and your bright spirit, thank and honor yourself for your practice, and we thank and honor each other for sharing this time. Namaste.